Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing really well and ready for another video. So today's video is something that's been on my mind for a while. The duel between Albus Dumbledore and Lord Voldemort at the Ministry was a serious battle. It was something we were all hoping for, but honestly, before the Order of the Phoenix came out, I really didn't believe J.K. Rowling would pair these two incredible wizards against each other so soon. But pair them she did, and what a scene, what a moment it was. However, I've always wondered why the duel ended in a stalemate. Voldemort was obviously dueling to kill, while Dumbledore normally always duelled to disarm and restrain only. So in today's video, I'm going to analyse why the duel between the two seen no winner, and more importantly, why Voldemort failed to kill his former headmaster. So with that being said, grab yourself a butterbeer, get yourself comfy, and enjoy today's video. Okay everyone, let's get started. So, this is one of the biggest duels to happen in the entire story so far. It's probably the biggest because Harry's fight in a graveyard the year before was basically down to good fortune that he and Voldemort's wands both shared the same core, and Voldemort's arrogance meant he wanted to enjoy killing Harry slowly instead of straight away. Anyway, moving forward, so at this point, the Dark Lord is most likely close to full power, but it's not known for sure. For all we know, he's been tuning up his wand skills on unwilling opponents, while Dumbledore's last duel was possibly decades ago, as we aren't sure how much he participated in battle during the First Wizarding War. However, he's still got a number of decades over Voldemort and is more than capable of handling him. So at one end, we've got the most feared wizard of all time, and at the other end, we've got the most recognisably powerful wizard of all time. It's like the clash of two giants. Now the thing with Dumbledore is, he's hailed as an extremely powerful man. He knows spells and has skills beyond imagination. Voldemort is his possible equal, if not more. After all, there's been no challenge to Dumbledore's scale of power until Voldemort came along. But with that being said, wherever the threat of Voldemort loomed, the one person you want around you is Albus Dumbledore, and the same goes vice versa. Each wizard gave their supporters confidence. The Death Eaters believed Voldemort was more powerful, while the Order of the Phoenix believed that Albus Dumbledore was the stronger wizard. Now Voldemort always feared his former headmaster. He knew, no matter how powerful he became, that level of power was always going to be rivaled by only one person. So let's move forward and get to the duel. Okay, now this is Voldemort's biggest test since he returned to power, and as I said, we're not even sure if he's at 100%, therefore I feel he's just testing the water with Dumbledore while discovering how strong Dumbledore is himself. It's why he slowly grew into the battle. What he didn't expect was how offensive Dumbledore was with spells like the Fire Whip, or the Fire Rope, whatever you want to call it, and the Water Sphere, of which the latter could have drowned the Dark Lord had he not remained so composed and was able to operate out of the sphere. Voldemort had to protect himself while displaying his own power to the headmaster, but here's the thing, none of this surprised Albus. He knew Tom would go on the offensive and was expecting wave after wave of attack. What I don't think many of us realised was that this was Albus Dumbledore in his absolute element. He revelled in such an exciting battle, he craved power, and was incredible at displaying how skilled he was. Dumbledore may have isolated himself in Hogwarts to prevent his lust for power escalating, but that does not mean he didn't maximise his ability over the decades while he lived on the Hogwarts grounds. It was a struggle every day for him not to seek out more than he already had. What actually really frustrates me is that despite the incredible cinematic special effects, the movie version pales in comparison to how epic the duel was in the book. It was a lot more fast paced. Dumbledore was apparating and disapparating all over the place. He and Voldemort were firing spells back and forth. Voldemort attempted several times to hit him with a killing curse, but unbelievably, Dumbledore deflected these attacks with objects, something Voldemort didn't expect, and it genuinely surprised him. I don't think Voldemort expected to actually be able to kill him, but he certainly wanted to test his opponent's strength and also wanted to see just how far he needed to go in order to defeat Albus Dumbledore. If anything, the Dark Lord wanted to inflict as much fear as possible. He wanted Albus to witness and experience just how powerful he had become. Now, despite all of that, the headmaster wasn't actually dueling to kill. He was trying to protect Harry, but most importantly, he was trying to delay Tom, to keep him occupied until the Aurors arrived. Dumbledore needed them to see for themselves that Voldemort was back, so he had held the utmost concentration while dueling his former pupil. Even Fawkes sacrificed himself in order to protect Albus, which goes to show that it was a crucial few moments leading up to the minister's arrival. It frustrated Voldemort that he couldn't successfully win the duel, but the thing is, he was immortal, meaning he never really got tired. He wasn't weak after a certain length of time. Had they continued on, possibly for hours even, the Dark Lord would have outlasted his opponent before defeating him, something that he simply didn't have the time nor the opportunity to do. It angered the Dark Lord that Dumbledore was still equaling him during the contest, despite using non-lethal spells. This in turn caused Voldemort to want to draw out the best of Dumbledore. He wanted to see how his former headmaster reacted to his flurry of dark spells, especially the Killing Curse, which he managed to evade as I've previously mentioned. The outcome of the duel led Voldemort to believe that he had indeed met his match, and that other methods would have to be looked upon in order to dispatch his former headmaster. This was something that Tom Riddle had dreamt of, the moment he could finally face the man he feared, the man he despised. After all, there was only two things Voldemort feared: death and Albus Dumbledore. I can only imagine he thought of nothing else but being the first wizard to finally knock the great and powerful Albus Dumbledore off his perch. Yet Voldemort was still not even breaking a sweat with his offensive attack. It was only towards the end of the duel that Albus became concerned, as Voldemort was beginning to channel strong dark magic to claim victory. However, he still couldn't manifest the killing blow. It angered the Dark Lord that Dumbledore was still equaling him during the contest, despite his use of non-lethal spells. This in turn caused Voldemort to want to draw out the best of Albus Dumbledore. He wanted to see how his former headmaster reacted to his flurry of dark spells, especially the Killing Curse, which he managed to evade as I've previously mentioned. The outcome of the duel led Voldemort to believe that he had indeed met his match, and that other methods would have to be looked upon in order to dispatch his former headmaster. He even tried to, and for a very short period, was successful in possessing Harry Potter, hoping that his former headmaster would strike him down as Harry in the hope that it would kill him too. However, Dumbledore would never be so foolish to even attempt to harm Harry. Harry's pure soul, full of love and warmth, actually caused Voldemort a lot of pain while he was in possession of him, but after this failed attempt, Voldemort knew it was done. His own arrogance kept him at the Ministry longer than anticipated, and Dumbledore had achieved his goal by having the Minister of Magic witness firsthand that the Dark Lord was back. Well guys, that's my video on why Voldemort couldn't kill Dumbledore during their duel in the atrium at the Ministry of Magic. My question for you is this, and it's quite simple. Who do you believe is stronger, Dumbledore or Voldemort? Who would win in a duel? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Please remember to be happy and also be kind. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support. Everyone, notifications of uploads are more important than ever. So please, if you haven't already, turn those notifications on to make sure you're notified the moment my video goes live. Making videos is what I love to do. It's my dream and my passion. However, it does cost time and money to produce this content. So if you have $1 to spare to support me on Patreon in exchange for some exclusive unseen content, then you can click the Patreon link below or at the end of this video. Please only support me if you can afford it. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at InstaDNJ and on Twitter at PotterFolklore. Check out my other videos appearing on screen, and please make sure, most importantly, to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again everyone, and please have a great day.